Welcome back to another episode of Culture Unplugged. Make sure you like and subscribe down there before I get to talk about anything else, because I don't want you to miss any episode that I decide to drop randomly throughout any time throughout the weeks. And you'll be the first one to know what's going on with me. So welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, I'm so glad you've been sticking with me, I should say, because listen, I know I'll be a little sporadic, and I am in a season of change and building, elaborating on some big things that I got going on, and but I definitely don't want to lose sight on connecting with you with the video and talking about some important things. And today's topic, we're talking about Strayer University 2 years later. So you don't want to miss what I'm going to get ready to talk about on this particular subject, because man, it's been 2 years. So 2 years and some results. And so I want to share some of those things with you. But again, stay locked and loaded with me, stay unplugged, sit back, relax. Let's get into this video. Strayer University. Okay, so, 2 years obviously has passed, and I want to say, from my memory of everything that the school has prepared me for, per se, it's nothing like I wouldn't have already expected, and I want to explain what I mean by that. So there is this career coach or success coach that they do talk, help you through the process as you get into whatever master's program you decide to do. So mine was a Master of Science in Management. I wanted to kind of circumvent the math part of it. I'm not the greatest in math, to be honest with you, but I also wanted something different. Everybody gets an MBA. I was like, nah, I want the Master of Science. That sounds even more dope. My bachelor's is a Bachelor of Science, so I wanted something that was like, okay, this is gonna be my Master's of Science, and it just worked together, right? It just flowed. So all that worked out, and as far as the success coach that I got aligned with, it really just set based on a plan. It was like, okay, what exactly do you want to do? At first, I wanted to do be a Master of Science major in communications, but then I thought, like I said in the last video about the subject, I wanted to get into more a management side, because I want something a little bit broad, but I know that leadership was something that was also on my journey ahead as far as my career. And the thing about it is this too, I think it started to change, where I said, instead of it being about the master's degree actually working towards for career-wise, let it be something that I do because of my legacy. Everybody gets a graduate degree for whatever reason, and there's different reasons. I've had students, cohorts that were a lot older than me, in the 90s, in the 80s, and a professor was asking, well, why are you, so-and-so, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this class? Whatever. And why are you taking up this process of starting your master's at this age? And they were like, this is straight up something, a hobby for me. It's just something you never stop learning. And I couldn't stop thinking about that. It's like, you never stop learning, no matter what age you are. You're always going to be in a season of learning. And this is not even just about Strayer University, but always think about, putting your mind and educating your mind into something new all the time, because it doesn't stop at high school, college, graduate school. Like, it doesn't stop there. Every day you should be in a season of wanting to learn something and wanting to build on it. But anyway, I got into it. For me, was I want to get into do this because it's my legacy. This is my brand, and just to be able to say I had it. I know that I'm like, once it's done, I'm not going back. But the thing about it is, I look back 2 years, has it been something that was incremental for me to, as far as the job, career-wise, I personally haven't felt it that way, specifically to where recruiters just call me based on me having a master's degree. I think it's more so aligned with my experience, because everything I ever applied for I was already qualified for. So it was not necessarily from an angle like, hey, I got a master's degree. Although I do believe that it is another tool or resource in my chest, in my tool chest, right? Like in your bag of resources and skills, you want to have that next thing, because it seems like more and more people are getting a master's degree, which is great. I think you should, if that's, aligned with your career journey, because I do believe that other opportunities you can go about doing as far as certifications go. But for me, I was like, let me just get the master's degree, and I just know I got it. So when it came down to, for me, even recently or even the last couple months, I said, okay, let me start applying out there just to see what it is. I've gotten more calls, but it's definitely aligned with my experience. I don't think it has anything to do per se, because I have a master's degree, I'm getting more job opportunities, or I'm getting calls. So what I'd like you to focus on is, okay, what is this new program that you're gonna take at Straight University gonna mean for you in your career journey? Like getting a master's degree, first of all, it has to be aligned with real applied like training per se. Like, is it something your job's gonna say, hey, if you get it, we'll give you a bump up in your pay? When that's the case, then great, go for it. If it's a scenario where you're saying, hey, I'm just doing it because if I want to be a lot more versed in this particular area, well, great. As far as if you want to get a master's in IT, or a master's in education, those are incremental pay bump options and whatnot. But a lot of times, again, even in the IT realm, you need to still have these certifications that are going to take you to get that next pay bump, because that's what really going to want to see. But it can't hurt you to get the master's degree for it. So no matter where you're starting, I think the next thing is like preparing yourself for that journey. It really isn't. I remember talking about this when I was talking about Straight University in the last video, when I discussed it, is you really just got to put the time in and just do the work. It's not a hard school. It's nothing difficult about it. It's expensive as all get out. I think you just got to really think about your finances, and any programs or grants, take advantage of those, because I know each class, from what I remember, was about $2,500 a piece, and it may have gone up since then. That was 2017 to 2020. I took a longer route with mine. I didn't really care about finishing in 2 years. I just took one course per. It's all broken down in quarters. So every quarter, I just took one class, and I was fine with that. There was no big rush. But yeah, I really think that really think about your program, and what does your career journey say about the need for a master's degree? Because everybody has a different reason. Everybody has a different reason for master's degrees, and you have to find that, how it can help in your career journey. Now, not everybody needs one, in my opinion. It's just not necessary to have a master's degree, in my opinion, for a lot of different programs. It's just really depending on what is going to make sense. I would say, when you get involved, you're doing your research, and you're maybe speaking to a dean at the college, or you're speaking to someone who knows the programs ins and outs of Straight University, an advisor, a success coach, literally ask them, hey, what is it going to do for my end goal here? What does it mean for me to have a master's degree? Why would I need one? How competitive? Here's a big one. How competitive is my master's degree, or having a master's degree right now, when it comes down to in the career field? Is it something that's, more saturated where many more students have it? I will always say you want to have as many things you can pull from that highlights your success, it highlights who you are. It can never hurt you to have it, as far as in your professional career type of journey. But it's all depending on you. I mean, for me, again, it was about my legacy, my brand, and I think about those things because, listen, we're only here for a limited time, and I say this all the time. You're only here for a limited time. Gather up as much as you can, all the experience that you can. I know people that already have a master's degree in different field. They went back to school to get it. And I'm like, why? What was the purpose? But that's just me. I'm not gonna go back to school for that. I'd rather, at this point, I would go back maybe for a certification if it's something that I need, per se, or just to grab something else, pick my, try something else as far as career goes. But you can never hurt to try to expand your horizons, and just research. Like, again, research Trade University 100%. There's a lot of different programs and even new stuff that they've added since I've been in school there. So just take advantage. If you're going into school at Trade University this season, this new semester, or next semester, next quarter, whatever, or next year, hey, best of luck. Best of luck, best of luck. I would say the key things that can help you be successful while you're going there is straight up just do the work. You do the work, you take your time with it. If you struggle with writing, now is the time to practice and brush up on what APA format when you're writing a paper or essay looks like. Brush up on that, keep it simple, and you got to be passionate about it. Don't just go because, whatever. You have to find the love in it and enjoy, and then I guess enjoy the journey. For me, it was a lot of nights. I was like, why did I do this paper? I did papers, man. Listen, I did papers at like 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning. I was like, yo, I'm bugging. Why am I doing this? But if I didn't do it, obviously I would fail. I have 4.0, folks. I have graduated 4.0. It's possible. I talked about it already in my earlier video talking about Strayer. It's not something that's hard to do, but you just got to apply yourself. Get on those discussion boards and just do it. Whatever they say, hey, just say, hey, if you want to pass my class, you got to do X, Y, Z. Read over the syllabus. It'll tell you everything you want to know about what to expect, because every professor is a little different. I had the opportunity to get close to at least 1 or 2 of those. I started in class. I'm not sure if it's just total virtual now, but I did migrate virtual, and virtual seemed for me to be even easier. But again, everybody has a different experience. Everybody has something going on in their lives. Some of you got kids, some of you got responsibilities that are out of this world. I think that you can get by at least doing 1 course per quarter. I would say and recommend you doing that, not more than 1, because we all got lives. You need to balance a life and be able to do that. I think now I read books, I hang out, I spend time just, always from my mind, read a lot, articles, different things like that. So I'm always trying to be in the season of supporting education and learning something new. So anyhow, I think I've given you a wealth of different stuff. If you have any more questions about Strayer University, don't hesitate to write more on it. And if you think that, hey, I haven't gotten to your question, just let me know what's up. I'll send a response in the comment section down below. I am about to get in my bed because tomorrow's Friday. I gotta go to work where I work and do my thing and get ready for this weekend. But I hope that this video gave you some insight about the 2 years later, post-graduation of Strayer University, what it meant for me. I'm excited. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad it's behind me. And I have that in my record. of what I've done in my life so far. So that's great. But stay tuned for the next video, because we're going to get into talking about some great, interesting things, how to handle conflict. Oh, that's going to be a topic we're going to have to talk about, guys. So prepare for that. And then also my 35th birthday is coming up. 35th birthday is coming up. I can't wait, because I'm doing a video and we're going to be talking about my birthday experience. So all the fun stuff there too. So anyway, so thank you for sticking around watching almost 15 minutes of this video. And again, don't hesitate to go ahead and like and subscribe down there and below. Okay. Always a pleasure with you. Always great to talk with you. Let's get it unplugged. Peace.